Good morning and welcome to the Bure Valley Railway. Many of you will have seen the recent green signals video, and from that know that we do quite a lot of new and innovative things at the railway, and it thought it'd be good to share with you our latest project. Beside me is one of our 262 tank engines, John of Gaunt. Now, the loco was actually built here at Aylsham from components supplied by a third party back in 1997-98. Difference being, when she was built, she was oil fired. Primary reason for that was, at the time, oil firing was a cheap option. Coal was variable in its quality and variable in its supply. Oil firing was consistent and cheap. We could actually buy oil for burning at that point at 11p a litre. It was relatively successful, but at the time the loco was fairly inefficient because the steam passageways and porting were poor, inefficient, generally not great. What we did in 2008, we took a decision to completely rebuild the locomotive. Counterbalancing was fitted, improvements to the valve gear and cylinders and steam passageways. Everything was improved, but at the same time, oil had rocketed in price and we decided we'd actually go for coal firing. And she was converted to burn coal back in 2008. That was fine, but as we move forward, as everyone will know in the Heritage Railway world, we're seeing increasingly hot summers, and this summer has been no exception, where sadly we've had to stop running our steam locos because of the very high fire risk. And it's a responsible decision to take, but many of our visitors still want to see steam. Other railways in the country had set the trend, notably the North Yorkshire Moors, the Vale of Rydal, had actually gone back to using oil firing so they could run some steam services. We thought, we've done this before, we've got this technology, we know what we can do, our loco's now more efficient, let's have another go at oil firing number 8. Thankfully, we'd retained a lot of the oil firing equipment from her previous incarnation, and so we were able to take out the coal-fired ash pan and fire bars and fit the oil burning gear into the firebox. Initial trials were very good. Sadly, we were waiting on the supply of some of the components when the latest heat wave struck, and so we couldn't put her into service. Thankfully now those components have arrived, the oil firing conversion is complete, and we have had the loco actually moving up and down Aylsham Yard, and hopefully in the next few weeks we'll actually be able to trial her on a train hauling passenger coaches backwards and forwards between Aylsham and Wroxham, and we will be able to operate passenger services even in a time of high fire risk. If this is successful, which we see no reason why it won't be, over the winter we'll hopefully convert another of our locos to oil firing. I say convert, and I should be clear on this. The conversion is not a permanent conversion. As I said, coal is still much cheaper as a fuel than oil. So what we can do, we can actually remove the oil burning gear, and the oil tank on this locomotive actually drops in as a drop-in component into the coal bunker. The previous coal bunker, or previous oil bunker, is still in situ and can be used. So we've got 2 oil tanks, but we can take one out, reinstate the coal bunker, put the ash pan back in, and in 72 hours she's been converted from oil back to coal, or from coal back to oil, and we can then make the swap between the two subject to the weather conditions, and we can operate the service we want to and operate steam whatever the weather.